Hello, my incredibly intelligent and learned students. And then welcome to Crash Course with Kennedy Marcy, your teacher today. I just want to say hi, check in with you guys, and see how you're doing. It's been a while. Mr. McGellan's been doing a great job, and I want to thank you all for the hard work you've been putting in during this shutdown. And I've been following along, even though you're not hearing a lot from me. I am logging in every day during office hours and watching the work that's being done. So thank you for those of you who are still putting in work, and you're doing a great job. So if you have any questions, as always, you can always email me or Mr. McGellan. And any emails that come to me, I definitely shoot off to him to make sure he's in the loop. If it's something that I need to address, I address it as well. So, we're always here. We're always here to help you guys out. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is a new assignment that I contacted Mr. McGellan last night. He had already made the list or the assignments for today. So we're changing things up a little bit. So he's going to push the assignment he had planned for back to after break, whether we're in session or whether we're extended. Either way, it's still something we'll do. And the only reason I did that is because there's kind of a time-sensitive thing with this. I want to give you guys as much time as possible to work on this because it has to do with your quarterly project. So. Giving you a little bit more time. That's why there was kind of a rush in rolling it out. So I posted a new assignment this morning. You've probably seen it. It's called Pandemic Journal, I believe, Pandemic Diary. And in that, it's kind of emphasizing the historic nature of what's going on right now. You are living through history. All right, a very historic time. They're going to be talking about this for 50, 60, 70 years. It's going to be in history books. And so I want to impress upon you guys how important it is to take a pause and appreciate that. But also, we want to make sure that our story gets told correctly. Okay? So, one of the great sources us historians use when we're looking for primary sources is diaries and journals. They give us this like ground level view of what was it like living through that historical moment. So we can see through the eyes of someone who experienced it, their perceptions, their emotions, things that other documents can't tell us. And so I have found a journal of a World War I soldier who was coming home from World War I on a ship. And during that time, the world was ravaged by something called the Spanish flu. And it killed millions, tens of millions of people across the country. And some estimates say 100 million people across the world. And so it's a really interesting read to read this soldier's perspective on a ship coming back from the war and how they're handling the flu, and they're overwhelmed, etc. Really important, and I think timely. This is one of those examples where we can look at history and it helps inform our current decisions and our current understanding of what's going on. And so I want you guys to read that. Go to the link on Google Classroom and read that journal. Then I have a quick, about 11-minute video on the Spanish flu to give you a little bit more historical knowledge on the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918. And once you've done that, there is a graphic organizer I've posted. It's just a Google slide. Fill that information in. Do a little bit of your own research as needed. Fill that information in. It's going to compare and contrast the Spanish flu with COVID-19. Okay, this is where we start drawing those connections between the past and the present. All right, and then that's it. That's the assignment. That's all you have to do. Okay, but I want to make a little announcement here. So this is important. An announcement. I want to give you guys the option, even if you've already chosen a topic. If you want to shift gears. You can do the Spanish flu for your quarterly project. Okay. That's perfectly fine. That's awesome. But I'm also going to add a new option to your quarterly project, and that is maintaining a pandemic journal or diary, whatever you want to call it, or a vlog, a video blog about the pandemic that you'll compile and turn in at the end. This is making sure that we have a say in how our story is told. Historians in 50 years might get it wrong. They may not get it right. And we want to make sure that our voice is being left for them to learn from and to get our story right. So you can either write it down. My expectation will be at least every other day you'll make an entry or a short video about what's going on. Things that you can talk about in this. So day-to-day changes with the virus, new casualty updates, new restrictions being placed on us for social distancing, whatever that might be. Impact on your life. How has your life changed as a result of COVID-19? Your daily schedules. What is your daily schedule like? You get up, you do, do you even get dressed? Do you take a shower? Please tell me you're brushing your teeth. Those types of things. Are you maintaining some normalcy, or are you just playing video games all day, which might be normal for you? I don't know. Social and cultural impact on the community. What does the community look like? What does Leroy look like? What is your hometown? Maybe you talk about some of the cool things of everyone coming together and helping each other. That would be really cool. Or maybe you talk about the toilet paper shortage. Whatever that might be. Politics. You can talk about politics. We're in the middle of an election. There's other stuff going on other than this horrible pandemic. So maybe you talk about those things. There's an election. There are ways in which the pandemic is impacting politics. So all of that's in play. You can talk about science news related to the virus and epidemiology. What are we learning about it? Other current events. There is other stuff going on. We still have a war. We still have soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq. There's still terrorism out there. So you could talk about those other things. And that's going to be really interesting to someone in 50 years, keeping in mind, these are what they were worried about. These are the things that were on their mind. And they were cognizant that there were other things going on. So other current events, your mood and your thoughts. What are you thinking about? What are your concerns? What are your fears? What are your, what do you actually feel good about? All of those are possibilities. So there should be no shortage of things for you to talk about, even if it's just an update on news and things that have changed or things that haven't. All of that is definitely in play. So, as always, and I'll be putting a new assignment into Classroom for you if you want to do this topic, a little bit more stipulations and guidance. So an assignment sheet that'll be coming. But just wanted to get this out there to you so that you know that it is an option, and I would love to see some of you guys take us up on this. So with that, I'm going to conclude. Stay healthy. Have a great break next week. Relax. There's no e-learning, but be mindful of our social distancing. Stay healthy. Take care of each other. Stay positive. This isn't going to last forever. And, I think that some really cool things can come out of this. We're going to suffer. It's going to be hard in the meantime. But there are some positives that can come from this. And wash your stinking hands and brush your teeth. So, as always, adapt, reinvent, and overcome. Thanks, guys. See ya.